Hello Art Tribe, let's make some bookmarks together. Now Let's Resin was kind enough to send me a little package of their resin. It is the first time I'm using this, and let me tell you, it's pretty good. I really do like it. It gives you a lot of time to work with, and this little set comes with a bunch of little items inside, which is wonderful. Now they saw that I was making bookmarks, and they have these new bookmark sets which are super cute. Look at how cute these little cat and moon ones are. But today I'm going to use these regular molds, and we're gonna make, my whimsical style cool bookmarks that I usually make, but we're gonna make them with lemons this time, and we're gonna add blue alcohol inks instead of the burgundy ones. They also sent me that mold that has all the cursive letters in them. The thing I like about that mold is that it actually has the little hole already for the hook part, or the chain part for the key rings, which makes our lives a lot easier. But let's get into the bookmark. So now the resin is a 1-to-1 ratio, so I went ahead and I mixed that. And now what you want to do is you want to kind of put about halfway through the mold, or a little bit less, because we're going to add items, right? So you don't want to overflow the bookmark. So now, just like I'm doing here, we're going to add a little bit, and then you can use a craft stick and just push that resin around. Now you can go ahead and use the alcohol spray like I do to get rid of bubbles, or you can use a little lighter that's made for candles and stuff, because it has a lot less heat than a butane torch. So don't use your torch on it, because your resin will stick to your mold and you're going to ruin it. But so here we are. I'm going to add a bunch of different items that I usually use. If you follow any of my work, you know that I love adding a little bit of craft paper. That paper is kind of a little bit thicker. It is scrapbook paper that I get from Michael's out of a book, so I kind of get the ones that I like, cut up little areas, and of course my little lemons and my oranges that I dehydrate in my own dehydrator. We have a lemon tree, so I always pick them and kind of do that. I think it's really fun. So I decided to add a little bit of greenery. Now these greens I didn't dry them myself. I get them off Amazon. They come in little packs. I open a bunch of them and put them in like a little Tupperware for myself because I use them so much. And of course we're gonna add little keys and little dials and such, because whimsical. I'm obsessed with these buttons. I don't know what it is. I love adding these cool little wooden items into all of my pieces lately. I have a set of dominoes that kind of looks like these two. These little items are for nail art. I remember I ordered them. I think I ordered these off of Shein somewhere, but again, they do have them on Amazon. And these cool little gold leaves that came off of, where did they come off of? It's like a big string, and it has these leaves, and I just cut them off. Now everything I'm using I will have listed on my Amazon storefront for you, so the link will be in the description. Now when you go to my Amazon storefront, there are a lot of different folders. If you're looking for the items that I use when I make my dominoes, there's a list for that. If you're looking for the buttons and the keys and things like that, you can look under charms. I do have a folder for pressed flowers. You'll find the greens in there and all the good stuff. Also, I do have a folder that's called Let's Resin, which is again the company that sent me this resin and the molds and such. And everything I've used from them is linked there, so you can find these bookmark molds, the letter molds, the resin, all the good stuff. So here, after I set all my items, I decided to add a little bit of alcohol ink. Now I added the Jacquard product, so I added the ink, and then I added the Pinata, which is their white, which makes kind of the ink kind of sink a little bit because it's a little heavier, move around a little bit, and of course gold, because it's me. It's me. How can I make anything and not add gold? It wouldn't be me. So adding that. Now on the blue and the white where I added, and after the gold, I did add a couple drops of silicone oil. The one I use, I forgot to film it and show you guys, but it's the 3-in-1 silicone oil. It is listed under, I believe, alcohol inks and such on my Amazon storefront as well. Now, after my resin cures, I let it cure for 24 hours. This resin takes a little bit to cure. I'm used to my Moss Epoxy Flag system that cures really quickly. So this took a little bit of time, which is good for those of us that, need a little bit of time extra working. Now, after it dried, I did go ahead and I sprayed isopropyl alcohol just to wipe down any of that oil residue or the alcohol ink residue on the back, just so that when I pour the resin like I'm doing now to seal the back of it, it doesn't kind of react with it or give me any kind of weird reaction or have it not cure or anything like that. So that's what I did there. Those little bottles, I have them listed under my domino making essentials because I use that when I make my dominoes. Now be careful not to over pour the back, friends. So pour a little bit because you can always add more. And use your craft stick and make sure that that resin gets to all of the edges. Now, once you get to all of the edges again and you push the resin all around, this is going to seal kind of all your items in to make sure like they don't, pull out of the back or anything like that. And once again, you'll see in a second, I'm going to take my little candle lighter and, wait a minute or two. Those bubbles will rise up. If there's any stubborn ones that are stuck to the bottom, use your craft stick or a little toothpick, rise them to the top, use your little, again, the little light, and pop them out. Now, once you do this, you don't want to move this and you want to let this cure for 24 hours. So while that's curing, I decided to make a couple of these letters, and I had a little bit of leftover resin when I was putting the backs of the bookmarks. And here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill these up. And I decided to, once again, use alcohol inks on top of these. And when I first started doing resin, I remember making those petri dishes where you put the alcohol inks and then the white, and then it kind of like sinks into the resin. So that's the look I was going for. So I decided to add a little bit of this aqua green. This is a new color that they came out with. I think it was last year. They sent me samples of it, and it's one of my favorite kind of like teal blues that they have. So I went ahead with that, and then I added one of their pink colors. Then of course I think I added gold and then the white, and we're gonna let this sit a little bit. And these letters are quite big if you look at them compared to my hand, so they're not teeny tiny. They're really great. The mold material is really, really nice. I love it so much. I usually add these, the white with these pipettes. I like to control it a little bit more. And again, I get everything off of Amazon. Like, I am stand for Amazon. It's so easy. They have everything, and I get everything in bulk. I actually bought a really big package of these pipettes. Again, off Amazon. It's listed if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, so here we go. It's so satisfying to watch the colors kind of mix and go around. This is what it looks like maybe 5 or 10 minutes after I put it in. And here, this is still curing, and let's do a little unmolding. They already look pretty cool. And yeah, look at that. Look how pretty. I love that the gold kind of like sinks in. I'm such a gold girl. But here we are. Decided to test a few letters. I didn't want to make all of them because I don't know what I would do with all the letters, but they have all of them. But here we are, the moment of truth. And here we go. Now this mold is pretty big, you guys. They are a little bit bigger than my other molds that I use, but if you want to make these kind of whimsical items and add kind of different things in your bookmarks, these are great. They are bigger, but I did put them in a book to show you guys later in this video in just like a minute or so, and they work just fine. I think they're super special. They turned out so cute. I love the contrast of the orange with the blue. And look at that, look how pretty. The dials, the golds, I just love it. I know a lot of people don't like when I put the craft paper in there, but I do like that. So it's up to you on whatever you want to do. And now when you buy these molds, they actually come with a bunch of these tassels, which is amazing. And I decided to go with the blue ones and with the gold ones to match, this design that I did. And just put them through, twist it over, and you're set. Look at how fun that is. I love these. Bookmarks are one of my favorite items to make as a resin artist because they're timeless. Everybody loves to read, and there's something where you can change the designs all the time, and people will always be looking for bookmarks. So let's see the size of these in a book. Now, this isn't a very big book, but it's not a small book, and I think it works great. Now, they are like a little bit thick. They're not paper thin, but that's kind of, comes with the territory of what we're making. They're not going to be paper thin, but they work just great. I don't think they're going to ruin your book or anything like that, and I love them. And here is the little keyring attached to the piece, and a look at these outside in sunlight. That's it, friends. So I hope this helped you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And if this was helpful, don't forget to share with your friends. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and comment them, and I will answer you best I can. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.